Hi and welcome to Knooking 101, the series all about nooking, and in this video I'm going to show you how to nook the seed stitch in the flat and in the round. The seed stitch is a super versatile stitch with a extra beautiful texture. It creates these little seed bumps throughout your work. And in addition, this is a one row repeat that even creates a fully reversible piece. So of course, this is perfect for pretty much everything you want to do with it. From wearables to accessories, you can do so many beautiful things with it. In terms of stretchiness, it is a little bit more sturdy than, for example, a garter or stockinette stitch, but it lays completely flat with zero curling. So let's start with the seed stitch in the flat. Here's my little swatch, and here you can see all those beautiful seeds or seed shells. And I will now show you how to make the seed stitch. For my swatch, I am using 19 stitches, and when you work with the seed stitch and you have an uneven number of stitches, this is actually a one row repeat. And here's how the seed stitch works. The very first stitch is a knit stitch. The second stitch is a purl stitch, so yarn to the front, grab the loop from behind, yarn under and pull it through to make a purl stitch. And this is pretty much it. All we have to do is alternating knit stitches and purl stitches. And at the end, it's a knit stitch. And we can continue with the next round. We turn, and again, one row repeat. So we start with a knit stitch. So we take the yarn to the back and knit stitch followed by a purl stitch. It's pretty much like a 1x1 rib, where we would also do one knit, one purl. The only difference is that we are stacking the opposite stitches on top of each other. So pretty much here you can see the purl stitches always have this little bump, and this bump later on creates the seed. And when we see a bump, for example here as well, or there under the loop, we know that in the previous round this was a knit stitch, and on this side it's a purl stitch. And when we see this horizontal bar underneath a loop, we make a knit stitch. If we don't see that, like we have it here, it looks as if this would be a knit stitch, then we simply make a purl stitch on top of it. So we are always alternating to get this seed stitch pattern. And this is pretty much all you need to know for the seed stitch. It's always alternating, and when you use an uneven number of stitches, it's a one row repeat. If you don't use an uneven number of stitches, you just have to watch out for the knit and purl stitches on the side you're working, and then just place the opposite stitch on top of it. And now we'll show you how to nook the seed stitch in the round. Again, use an uneven number of stitches. In my example here, I'm using 31 stitches that I casted on using the half I-cord cast on. And now I'm going to transfer the stitches on my helper yarn. Turn it around, make sure that your loops are not twisted, and then grab the first loop, and we start again with the same sequence. Knit stitch first, yarn to the front, purl stitch, and after that again knit stitch, purl stitch all the way. And since this is an uneven number of stitches, we can pretty much nook in a spiral up. We will always stack the opposite stitches on top of each other. I will make a few rounds to show you how it looks in the round, but you will see that it looks exactly like the flat version, which of course makes this stitch super versatile. And as always, once I cannot place any more stitches, because working in the round is always a bit tricky because you don't have like a lot of space to work in, I'm just going to grab my helper yarn and pull it through so I can then shift my hook out. And then I have a little bit more space. What I always do when I switch the position of the hook and I have a pattern that has knit stitches and purl stitches, I usually end with a purl stitch because I think it's easier to continue than with a knit stitch. And then I can continue with my pattern. So now I have 3 loops left to finish the round. I will just take my hook out so I can show you the transition. And my last stitch again was a purl stitch, so I continue here with a knit stitch, purl stitch, knit stitch, and here was my very first knit stitch, and now I'm just placing automatically a purl stitch on top of it. And it doesn't really matter if you started and ended the round at the same spot, because you also always have the yarn end from your I-cord, so you always know where the beginning and the end was. Otherwise, feel free to add a stitch marker in there. And after a few rounds, the beautiful seed stitch pattern will clearly show, and it's completely seamless and super pretty. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me in the comments what you would make with this beautiful seed stitch. If you're looking for more nooking technique videos or nooking tutorials, check out the playlists on my channel where you will find plenty of nooking inspirations. And remember, if you want to see any specific stitches or techniques in the nooked version, make sure to send me a message or a comment so I can check that out and maybe make a future tutorial out of it. And until then, happy nooking!